take my own.
Okay, good evening. I'd like to call the Village of Mount Sterling Council meeting for August 24th, 2026 to order. We're going to have a roll call. David.
Here.
Nathan.
Here.
Heather.
Here.
Becky.
Here.
Melanie.
Here.
And Joyce.
Here.
Okay, so all are present.
Lord, thank you for this beautiful day you provided for us, Lord. And Lord, be with our village tonight, Lord, for your healing hand. Be with our council, mayor, and our protector, Lord. And with our great country, Lord. Give it all to grow and grow. And Jesus, help the ones that are to shut in and to sit. In your wonderful, wonderful name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. We're not going to have a request for the approval of meeting minutes because those will be shortly forthcoming in your next go-around. So that does take us to the mayor's report this evening. Short and sweet. School's back. Congratulations, everybody, for going back to school. All I would ask is that early morning drop-offs and afternoon drop-offs too, you got to watch the traffic out there. So please be careful. I know our sheriff is paying attention and looking for people driving through stop signs. We've had problems with that in the past. All I would say is it's going to start getting dark pretty soon. And before you know it, yeah, it's going to be dark when the kids are out. So please be careful. And on that note, I'm going to give updates in committee reports. So I'll hand it off to our Council Pro Tem, Joyce Phillips.
Thank you. I don't have anything of any urgency other than to just piggyback on what the mayor said. Be careful at the bus stops. Watch out for the children walking back and forth from the bus stops. We're still playing ball at Mason Park. I'm pleased to say, I know the Youth League, the Eagles are starting fall ball, and that's going very well. I've been communicating with Sarah, and they have all the information that we need as the village as far as background checks, and she's getting me practice schedules. So if you don't have anything to do in the evening, go down and watch the kids practice, and soon they'll be in league play. October's going to be busy, and I'll have more to report on that. Party in the Park is coming along very well. I'll report more on that later as well. And just, kids, enjoy your time in school, and as summer winds down, enjoy some of this nice cool weather we're having this week.
I would only add one thing to that is if you are planning a birthday or a celebration of some kind at the shelter house, check the community calendar first. Call in. We'll let you know if it's been reserved. We got a lot of tournament action going there, a lot of ball games, people come in and out. Everybody can use it. There's no problem. We got lots of space. Yep. But we do ask first come, first serve. So if you're going to get on the calendar, do it probably sooner rather than later. All right. That takes us, we have no public comment this evening. We have no scheduled executive session, fortunately, this evening. So that's going to take us to our Madison County Sheriff's Department with your sheriff's report.
All right. Thank you, Joyce. You're welcome. All right, mine's short and sweet too. It's what I was kind of explaining before everybody got here. We have a lot of numbers in the behavioral health, domestics, mental threats and harassment categories in the past 2 weeks. All the same group of individuals. So nothing too wild. It's just one large issue that the sheriff's office in general has been working through, not just my shift, not just any shift. It's just been all of us and a lot of ongoing issues that we're trying to resolve. Outside of that, nothing too wild. Just more of the same that we have every week. So
Yeah, the numbers actually look pretty low other than that behavioral health.
yes.
Numbers are down.
Yes. So and that's a good thing. And then, like, I've been working with Nathan. He compiled a nice list of vehicles that need to be looked into, towed, et cetera. So I kind of sent him an email about that process. If any of you want to be forwarded on that email, I'm sure one of us can send it to you. You have their emails all right. Okay, so if that's something anybody wants, ask Nathan. But that's, like I said last meeting, that's been my goal lately, is to try to help with the cars. It's just a longer process than I think people realize, than just like, that doesn't belong there, tow it, it goes away. It just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. There's a lot of stuff we have to do behind the scenes to check on stuff and get it done correctly. So, outside of that, if any, any questions?
I just want to say, I knew it was quite the process, and I have noticed an uptick in cars that I've seen, but I have also noticed some of the cars that have been a nuisance for a while are missing. So thank you for that, if that was you or
Some
the
of
Sheriff's
them.
Department. I'm very grateful for your persistence on that, and any help that you guys can give us, and working with Nathan. I appreciate all that he's doing on that as well. So, I'm grateful that the numbers, which are usually in the 70s, are ticking downward too. So, thank you for all that you guys do.
Of course.
And yeah, as chair of nuisance, I'd love to be included on that email. I was going to connect with you about best ways of connecting with
Yes.
you, if that's via email. I do have 2 currently that I'm not sure if you and Nathan have worked on. He's a part of the committee, so I'm not, but I have 2 that are broken down on the side of the street that I would like to submit. But yeah, if I could get that email, that would be great. And then as far as tagging process, since we no longer have a Courtney at the moment, just the best way of going about that. And then there's a few letters to be dispersed amongst some
So,
residents.
yes, as far, if any, is anybody filling out tags,
Okay.
or
I can help you with that. They
Okay.
would not be doing that.
that, I don't fill out the tags,
Right,
but I do
but-
deliver the
right.
tags and the letters.
That's what I
Courtney
Yep.
used to just tack them on the pin board
Right.
on my side of the office. When I see them there, I grab them
Okay.
and go put them where they need to go.
I have a couple of the letters ready to go for you.
Okay, perfect. So, are you guys in, well,
yeah.
either stick them over there or
Well,
give them to
yeah.
Misty or something, I can come grab them tomorrow.
Perfect, that'll work great.
Okay, yeah, if I could be included in the loop on that, we have an ongoing list of those things, and I just like to tick them off as we go. So I'll make sure we connect.
That works.
Okay,
Anything
thank you.
else?
Other questions for the sheriff tonight?
All right.
Good deal, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good peaceful village.
That's what we want, back to school. All right, we do not have a law director's report, so that does take us to committee reports. First up, Joyce, Finance.
Yes, finance. We had our meeting. We paid the bills and payroll. Courtney was involved in that meeting. It was her last day in-house as the fiscal officer. So she did have to go through some of the, some of her duties that we're transitioning down to. For instance, chairs of committees are now responsible for their minutes and agendas and such. So she explained that in the finance committee, some of the transitioning that we still need to do with some of us. We paid the bills and signed bills, signed payroll. We went over, hopefully for the last time in a while, the Ohio Risk Assessment Plan. We talked about the audit and some of the policies that council needs to submit. The mayor assured council that we will receive copies of some things. Courtney's been working with the mayor for a smooth transition. We discussed some of the leaks at the sewer plant. Misty talked about that, some of the plumbing that she had to go ahead and have fixed because it was of financial nature. We discussed the rate study. We also discussed that food trucks, it was part of the risk assessment plan, must have a certified, they must have a certificate from the Board of Health provided to the village with a certificate of insurance and a list that it listed the village as an additional insured. Then we discussed the budget and how that will look, and then we adjourned. That was our Finance Committee.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Pleasant Township, Heather.
Yes, we have not met since our last council meeting, and the next one will be on Monday, August 7th at 5 p.m.
September.
September. My bad. Wait, no, if I got the right date. 1 second. September 7th is correct.
Cool. Squad, Joyce.
We met, and the new truck is in. The old truck will be going out on the government website. I don't know if it's gov.org, gov.com, gov.whatever, but they'll get that listed for sale. Of course, we approved the bills. The next meeting is going to be, it's going to look a little different. It's, Luana has a previous commitment, so we will be meeting on September 10th at 8:00 p.m. That is on a Thursday.
Okay, great. Fire, Nathan.
Next meeting is on the 27th at 7 p.m.
Okay, great. Water, wastewater, Becky.
Yes, we had a meeting today, and I apologize to the public that it was not recorded. We didn't have anyone here that knew the process, so I would recommend today that, like, we all take a crash course and learn how to push that button or do whatever it takes in there. Anyhow, we just went over a lot of the regular issues. We talked a little bit about bulk water. We talked a little bit about the RCAP data that they presented us about a month ago. We just talked about just how the budget could impact us, trying to find that 60% part of those water leaks, how we may have to look at putting something in our 5-year plan about, you know, tracing those down and getting more efficient there. But our next meeting will be September the 28th at 10 a.m.
Great, 10 a.m. Okay, streets, Joyce.
We did not have a meeting. I am not going to reschedule it. We will have our normal meeting on September 14th, 2026. I feel strongly that if I don't have any new business for streets, I'm not going to reschedule a meeting. I do have some things in streets that I will be presenting, but it can wait until September. So the next meeting will be on September 14th at 5 o'clock.
Oh,
I have a question for streets.
Sure.
We had voted to lower that speed limit to 50 miles an hour out there by the park. I did see ODOT out there removing the 5-mile-an-hour sign that was across the street from Wingate. They didn't replace it with anything, but past the park is now a 50-mile-an-hour sign. So is that 30, did they decide to make that 35 past the park, or is there a new sign coming?
No, there's no new sign coming because that would require a new street study, as we've all discussed multiple times. They offered that the most expeditious way of immediately lowering the speed limit would be to extend the sign further out towards the park. So yes, you're exactly correct. ODOT did move that, and yes, the speeds are what they are posted.
Okay, so just for the public knowledge, that side of the street heading towards the park is 35. And then coming back into the village, it doesn't drop to 35 till you get just past Wingate?
You are correct.
Okay.
Those are the old village limits that they have marked.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up.
Okay.
I also have a streets question. On June 22nd, we voted as a council to allow a handicap spot.
Yep.
I did bring that to streets in April, and I'm just wondering if there's any progress or where we are with that.
Yes, we have gotten the estimates the council requested along with the sidewalk improvements that you also wanted, and those are ready for review whenever you would like.
We can review those at the next meeting.
Okay.
Okay, great, thank you.
Any other questions for streets? All right, Parks and Rec, Joyce.
Same situation, other than just updating on Party in the Park, which I will do at council meetings instead of committee meetings. Our next meeting will be September 14th at 6 o'clock.
September 14th. Okay. Great, thanks. Records retention, David.
I was gonna plan in August, but if everything going on with the physical officer stuff, I'll set up a date in September.
All right, that sounds fine to me.
Okay.
Allow us to get some folks here who need to be here.
Andy, I'm sorry, forgive me, I do need a couple more things for Parks and Rec.
Oh, I'm sorry, let's rewind, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I need to make a motion to accept a donation from Mr. Stan Hansen for $3,000 towards our Party in the Park.
My goodness, okay. May I please have a motion to do that?
You have that motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, David. One moment, please. Let's do a quick roll call. Nathan,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Becky, and Melanie.
Yes.
Wonderful,
I will
thank you
see
so
that this
much.
goes
That's
into the
incredibly
Party in the
generous.
Park Fund.
Yes.
And we want a special thanks. I will make sure I get the proper thank yous out to the people that are donating and get that to Courtney.
Wonderful, thank you so much.
And I need to make a motion to have a rummage sale on Saturday, the 29th, from 10 to 3 on Town Hall lawn.
Do you have enough time? Are you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I've got, I'm having a banner made at no cost to the village. I have the flyer ready to put out tonight, if I get approval.
okay.
And I'll be pounding Facebook and handing out flyers this week. And we have 5 boxes in the middle office already. We have probably that much more coming, and then a lot is gonna be dropped off on Saturday.
Okay.
And all of those proceeds go to Party in the Park,
Wonderful, all right,
I'll make that motion.
10 to 3. And I'll make that motion.
okay. all right.
Second.
All right, so Joyce, Nathan. Okay, roll call. David,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes,
Heather,
Yes.
Melanie,
Yes.
Becky.
Yes.
All right,
thank
Motion
you,
passes.
everyone.
thank you. Anything else for party, or,
No,
excuse me,
thank
not for
you.
Party in the Park, but anything else for Park and Rec?
Party time.
Party time.
I want to bring up one thing. I'm a little concerned about the parking lot. We had the parking lot repaved.
Yes.
It is
Well, we had it sealed.
We had it sealed.
Yeah.
Is that all we did? Because it looks terrible.
It does.
It looks absolute, I am very, very disappointed. I was out there Friday. I've been out there a couple times. It's chipped, it's cracked, it just looks horrid.
Weeds growing through it already.
I'm very disappointed. So I don't know what we can do about that, if we need to call the company back.
Certainly, we can look into that.
If
It
you-
was
if you-
obviously done,
Please.
not that long ago, so,
No, not at all,
okay,
not at all. Thank you.
yeah, no problem. Okay, nuisance abatement, Heather.
Yes, we met today. Unfortunately, it was a very, very brief meeting. Because we could not record that meeting, I basically dismissed the meeting because it is in our rules of council to have those recorded. So being new, and I did work hours on the list and going around town following up on nuisances. But unfortunately, I do need to work with you, the mayor, on rescheduling that, hopefully in the next few weeks.
Okay, sure, just name a date. To be rescheduled. Planning, Melanie.
I have nothing.
Okay, zoning, Nathan.
Are we meeting tomorrow?
So for council and the
Sorry.
public's benefit, technically speaking, we do have an application for a fence variance. However, I do not have confirmed quorum for that meeting. So we'll see if that happens, and we'll know a little later today or early tomorrow morning. I would love to make that happen for that applicant. I mean, that's what we should be doing, but unfortunately, just timing is everything when it came in. So our committee members are volunteers, so I'll be back with you. If not, we'll be rescheduling either in the next couple of weeks or at the regular schedule, which is about 1 month from tomorrow.
Okay.
And tree beautification, Becky.
Yes, our meeting is tomorrow, Tuesday, 1 o'clock, and everyone's welcome to attend.
Okay? Tomorrow, 1. Great. Okay, so that takes us to ordinances and resolutions. We do have one ordinance tonight, and that would be hiring Courtney Bricker back in a part-time capacity purely for the job of managing the fiscal officer role. And as you all may recall, we discussed at points of posting then a clerk position. So the original job is technically two different roles, and job descriptions are available for both of them. Council has opted to ask, and Courtney has accepted the role of fiscal officer only, which means then we will be posting a clerk of council. So this is ordinance 2026-06, an ordinance authorizing the mayor or his designee to approve a job duties change for Courtney Bricker and pay rate change lower for the village of Mount Sterling, Ohio, and declaring this as an emergency. May I please have a motion?
Discussion.
One moment, we have to be procedural. Yep, is there a second?
Second.
All right, David, Nathan, and then discussion.
You mentioned posting the clerk of council position. When is the anticipated date to have that posted?
Tomorrow.
What do you guys say? I say as soon as possible, so I think that's a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Can we go ahead and give you authorization to post that tomorrow?
We'll do that in just a second.
And then one more piece of discussion. I did notice that today's council minute, or today's council meeting was sent to us by Courtney.
Yes.
I don't want to stretch her thin or go outside of her duties. Is
Yeah.
that going to be,
I asked her to put that together, yes, and she agreed to do that, but that's not going to be that way going forward if we have a clerk.
okay, got it.
And one thing for the public's benefit, if you could just tell them why you'd like it to be as an emergency.
Because we are in need of a fiscal officer, it's required by law, and we want to obviously maintain our crystal clean, reputation that we got. And by the way, we'll talk about this at Roundtable in just a second. I'll come from my mayor's thoughts on the audit report. But yes, we're in really great shape, and I don't want to see that in any way, shape, or form change. And I think council also would tend to agree with that. So that's why I want to do this as soon as we possibly can. Any other discussion?
With this emergency, she will officially be back as the fiscal portion only as of tomorrow, or tonight, whatever.
It's as soon as I can have her sign paperwork, but yes, that would be the general idea.
Okay?
Okay, so again, this is ordinance 2026-06. May I please have a motion to suspend the rules?
Got that?
Second.
Okay, David, and then Nathan. Roll call. Joyce,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes?
Melanie,
No.
David,
Yes.
and Nathan.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Motion to place on the first, second, and third readings.
You have that motion?
Thank you, Joyce.
Second.
Nathan. David,
Yes.
Joyce,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Melanie,
No.
Becky.
Yes.
Okay, and then finally, motion for passage. May I please have a motion for passage
Yeah.
of ordinance 2026-06?
Second.
Okay, David, Joyce. Joyce,
Yes.
Heather,
Yes.
Becky,
Yes.
Nathan,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
and Melanie.
No.
Okay. Motion passes. All right, having no other ordinances and resolutions of legislation to consider this evening, that takes us to roundtable.
Just want to bring back up clerk of council. I know we were given a list of duties, job description. With nuisance, having Courtney not a part of that really adds a lot to the nuisance committee. I think nuisance should be kind of a smooth sailing. I'm not even sure, as far as a committee goes, how much we should be involved in taking out, obviously, we're a part of the legislation, but then enforcing the legislation, and I feel like we take a big role in that. And that's the piece that I think should just be kind of smoothly happening here at the town hall. So I would love for that to be considered to be under the clerk of council as far as helping or doing the writing of tags, submitting those to the sheriff. And I've always been one for extending grace, which would mean contacting residents who have nuisances submitted on them. And Courtney did a great job of reaching out to community members to find out what's going on, if where they were in life. And being such a small community, I agreed with that grace. But now that don't have that person, I am at the point where we have to, I feel like, just submit tags as nuisances are submitted to us. We can do it that way, but I don't believe that there's legislation stating that this is on the chair to call residents. I've been accused of gaining personal information from a poll that I had put out from a poll service early on. And the only way to call these residents is through getting their phone number from their water bill. And I don't think council has any business doing that. I also don't believe that should be on you, the mayor, to do that. So I would love, if we are still wanting to extend that grace and make that a part of our process, maybe have that duty fall under the clerk of council.
More discussion, please? I agree with part of that, Heather. I do think we need to make some necessary changes, and I think we need to perhaps change some legislation on that. I do think the calls need to come from town hall. I don't think it's council's obligation or at the will of council to determine who does that. I think that should be at the will of the mayor. The staff here at town hall report to you, and you should know best who should be able to make those calls. So we do have experienced people already here that can do it, but again, I would hate to see a brand new clerk come in and be pretty much thrown to the wolves, because we know what those calls are like. So without the proper training and getting some expertise under their belt, I would hate to see that happen, because I think that's setting them up for failure.
Yeah, so for the public's benefit, so what are we talking about here? We're talking about that typically, as a village, this is not, by the way, part of the law, this is just what we have done as part of our process, is we reach out to the individuals who have a yard problem, or a junk car, or you name it type of nuisance, overgrown backyard, or, pick something, right? And we reach out to them proactively and we say, hey, would you mind cleaning that up? Because otherwise, we're gonna have to go down this path of
Correct.
tagging you, and then we'll proceed with all the usual, process work from there. And so it's sort of like an initial pre-step that sort of says, hey, can you please just take care of this and life will be golden? And nothing results. Nobody gets a fine. There's no big deal that happens as a result of that. It's just it's a heads up type
Right.
of thing. And that's what's the question.
It's a great system, but I still think that should fall back on the mayor.
Okay?
And that he should choose what staff member he would like to delegate that out to.
And also for the public's benefit, like I said, that's not technically, it's not even technically, it's not required. We do it just because we're kind people, right?
It's a courtesy.
So, yeah, so if you guys want
Right.
to look at that in more detail, certainly we can.
Right.
But
And as far as the tags go, I would like to see council come together and write legislation and a nice, crisp procedure and/or process for nuisance. It isn't fair that every time we change council and there's a new chair, it isn't fair for the rules to be changed. And every time we get a new chair, the rules change and everything gets skewed. And it's not fair to the residents, because they finally get a set of expectations and then it changes. And I just don't feel that's fair to the residents. It's not fair to the new chair coming in. I think that as council, we need to step up and take the responsibility for writing that and getting with the solicitor or whoever we need to get with. And we need clear, crisp legislation on how to do that. That's my thought on it. But I think that the responsibilities of the chair. Until we do that, I would like to see the tags to be written by town hall. I don't care who does it, but, you know, that it has to be done. We can't wait 30 days for it to be done.
I don't disagree. Other conversation, either on this subject or at
I-
roundtable.
I'm just gonna comment on that. I have been the chair of nuisance in the past. I think you have to let each committee run itself. I don't think we can go into each committee and write legislation on how they are to do their procedures within their committee. I think that's silly. I think that's micromanaging. I think we should, you know, allow that chair with their council members and their volunteers on each chair work out themselves who wants to handle what job duty. But I do have to agree with Heather and Andy that it was a courtesy that Courtney was doing. And if it need be, we can just take that step out. I don't think we've changed anything in the residents' eyes at all, no matter who is the chairman of that committee. They still get their tags from the sheriff, and they still get their letters. It's just what we're doing behind the scenes might be handled a little differently, and I think we're fine.
Interesting that you would call an in-stone process that benefits everyone silly.
What are you talking about?
Interesting. If you have a set-in-stone process for everyone to follow, which most jobs do have, everyone has a process.
I was under the assumption we were talking about a committee and how that committee.
How a committee should
ran
flow,
their-
absolutely.
Ran their own committee.
Okay, we'll move on.
And I will just finish as my second statement, that I just feel like there's a lot of contradicting statements there. We don't want a new clerk of council to be thrown to the wolves, but we're okay with a new chair being thrown to the wolves.
I don't think anyone said that.
And basically telling me how to communicate with residents, I just don't think is okay. We are legislators. We are not enforcers. And that's all. And if that can fall, I don't care who it falls under administrative-wise. If that falls under the clerk of council as other duties, great. If we go straight to tagging, fine.
I think that's what we were saying. Take it to the mayor to assign that to someone.
Okay. Other conversation, either on this subject or for roundtable.
Oh, for roundtable, well, I think you started to touch on it, and then we went to nuisance, but I would like to make a motion to post the clerk of council position.
Thank you. Is there a second on that, please?
Second.
Okay.
And the position, from what I understand, will be a part-time position.
That's correct.
With 20 hours per week as a part-time employee. And, yeah, I think that's it.
What was the
right?
hourly wage?
The hourly wage was $20 an hour. So if there's someone in the community or outside of the community that's interested in a part-time job as a clerk, clerk does a lot of minute taking and attending committee meetings and things like that. And again, anything the village, the council would need as far as pulling documents, and anything the mayor would need, same type of way. But this is a clerk of council position.
Okay. You made a motion, so is there a second, obviously? Who said
Second.
that? I'm sorry. You did?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So it's made and seconded. Let's do a quick roll call. David?
Yes.
Nathan?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Joyce?
Yes.
Melanie?
Yes.
And Becky?
Yes.
All right. We'll
One
do
more
that.
thing on that. As far as posting it, that's also going to be on the website.
Yes, we like to do that.
Okay. And in town hall area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as a related, obviously, when we reevaluated, and we had a posting for a fiscal officer and a clerk of council combined
Combined.
position.
Mm-hmm.
And has that since been removed?
That since has been removed.
Okay, so, and those applications,
They will be
you have to
informed
file.
about this, and they have an opportunity to reapply if they would like.
I've also noticed on our website, there's a few references to Courtney as far as requesting ordinances. Do we need to bring that to your attention to get that changed, or how do we go about?
So I'll get the website updated, and then once we hire a clerk, we'll get those backlog fulfilled.
Okay.
I have some roundtable issues, some
Okay.
things. First of all, we had a Special Olympics at Mason Park. It was a huge success. I want to give a huge shout out to not only the American Legion for the raising of the flag, but and their welcoming, but to Katrina Pierce. Katrina is a big player in the organization and the entire event for the Special Olympics, and she does an excellent job working with all the powers that be to get that pulled off, and it was a big success. So I want to thank Katrina and everyone that was involved in that. We are going to have the rummage sale on Town Hall lawn, starting at 10 o'clock Saturday, 8/29, so this Saturday from 10 to 3. Everyone is welcome. Come on down and support our Party in the Park fundraiser for Mason Park and our youth here in the village and community. Bingo at the Legion is back. It starts September 5th at 6 o'clock p.m. So if you want to come down and play some bingo, we'd love to have you. And I think that's all I have.
As far as donating to the rummage sale, what do you suggest? Do you want people to just drop items off here at Town Hall if they can't physically work the rummage sale? Are you having people set booths up at the rummage sale?
They can, my email address and phone number should be on the website. They can contact me through that, or they can contact Misty, at the water department, and we can work out being here if they want to drop something off. If they want to set something up, they can contact me through email or my phone number.
Okay.
They can do that,
I
yeah.
have lots of items I
Okay.
could donate.
Yeah, if you want to donate, all the funds go to Party in the Park. And if you want to drop them off here, we can put them in, we have a room we can put them in. Or if you want to drop them off Saturday before 10,
Okay.
we can set them out.
Great.
So,
When you say the funds go to Party in the Park, all that money goes to the park?
to the Party in the Park fundraiser, and we will earmark it for the fundraiser. So that will go to the whatever, like last year, the funds went to do the parking
Resurfacing.
lot.
So, but all the money essentially
This year,
goes to the park?
it's going to go to, hopefully, we're going to be able to buy some equipment with that. It's not going to be to go buy swings or anything like that. It's going to be to go to the needs of the park, yes.
The park needs swings.
Not swings.
I got
Those
one more
things-
thing for roundtable for all
Yep.
my
Ha-
good
ha-
ones.
Excuse me, I just have to, I mean, I feel like there was some little addition going on there. What does that mean, no swings? No
That
swings?
means that
I mean,
we
have
get
three
our
empty-
swings through grants.
We have 3 empty swing slots up there. So you're saying that you're deciding yourself
I'm not deciding
outside of
anything.
council, that none of that money can
We
go
can talk
towards
about this at
swings?
committee.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, okay.
David?
Yeah, I want to bring up, I got notification that John and I are now official rock and roll historians for United States and Canada. We used to be southeastern United States, so we're officially now, we'll be recognized in, even at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Congratulations.
We're getting
That's
there.
very
Good
cool. You're
company
getting
now.
far and wide. Oh, yeah, put some miles on that car.
I have one more little thing, sorry. Madison Plains had a groundbreaking event that was heavily attended. I saw Kelly out there. It was really hot, but I think it was a great event. My kids had fun. We might have left in tears, but that's because they were exhausted. So it's really, really cool to see what's to come for Madison Plains in 2 short years. And I believe they said it was $72 million project. So that's really exciting. Another really cool thing, being an MP grad, Madison Plains, and I know we have some Westfall people in the house, played football this past Friday, and Madison Plains did great, and they should have a great season this year, but a great local rivalry, so I was glad to see that.
Anything else for roundtable?
I'll just say, I'll remind you again in 2 weeks, but the annual car show, which has over 200 motorcycles and cars. And the street market will be coming to town on Saturday, September the 26th. And that'll be a 10 to 3 event.
Okay. All right, hearing nothing else for roundtable, we are adjourned. Thank you very much.
I need some Oreos. I got a cream of Oreos.